starting with a new setup today, and honestly, I am not a huge fan. We might have to adjust in the middle of the stream. Sorry, just a second. Let's. No. There we go. There we go. There he is. Right there. Right there. Right there. Okay. Alright. I did change my tie. I have a slightly darker top portion of my tie this week, but I can change it, I think. Yep, there's my light tie, my dark tie, and no tie. I think I like the dark tie though. Maybe we'll change the shade again later, I don't know. But still just been trying to get stuff better. Trying to get to a more comfortable microphone setup. And I think today is like a step forward, but it is a little weird. I also tried to fix my chair creaking, which I fixed the squeaking with some grease, but for the creaking, I think what I need to do is put some like rubber gaskets between the different pieces so that the metal and the plastic don't grind against each other whenever I lean one way or the other, or I'm leaning some way and I get up. So I am waiting for those to come in. I think they come in tomorrow. I don't know if I'll have time to install them tomorrow, but we'll see. I looked a little into, let's see here, let's pull up our to-do list. Both of these things seem pretty difficult to do. They're not impossible. It's just, like, it's relatively easy to exclude something from a short list. The problem is whenever you have, like, you're generating two random values and putting them together, because in order to, the best way I've found to remove or like keep something from being generated is that you take a list of everything that can be generated, the list of stuff you don't want generated, and you subtract it. And then you get like a new list to populate stuff from randomly, which means instead of having two lists of like 12 or 13 that we have here, we need something that would be like 13 times 13 long. So that's like 100 and, I want to say 169 feels right. Let me double check that. Yep, 169. So instead of these two short lists, we'd need like a list of all the possible, and then like the more we add to it, the more it's gonna, oh. I forgot if I use my number pad, it changes my outfit. Maybe I should probably map that to something else. I was like, I won't need to use the number pad, but we are typing in a fair amount of numbers, so. Alright. I'm also trying to get like a loading screen, so I'm working on that. I have a fun idea for that. And it might be ready for tomorrow's stream. I'm gonna try. I wanted it to be ready today, but I started on it, and then it was a combination of procrastination, getting distracted, and it being a little more work than I thought it was gonna be. But I think it'll be alright. So, let's see here. So yeah, this was me trying to get the names to populate. It's like this whole long thing. Do I have scroll lock enabled? Hold on. I'm already in the cell. Alright, whatever. So this is supposed to give all the username populations, but it's only doing them one-to-one. Like it's just making a list of 13 long instead of 169 long, so I'm not sure what I need to do. I've found some other formula, but it was like 3 times as long as this, and I didn't understand and it wasn't working, and I'll keep working on it. Maybe there's an easier way to do that. In the meantime, we wanted to do this. We'll probably work on that. Probably work on this stream. Something else we need to do. We need to fix the count ifs into -1s. So last stream, I don't remember everywhere. Was it? It was for these, wasn't it? Count ifs. Ugh, that was so dumb. I was telling it to count all of these, and I just wanted it to count these. And so I made it like exclude all of this and exclude this, but really you can just have it count all of this stuff and then subtract 1 from whatever answer it gives you, which is a lot simpler. And I think towards the end of last stream we figured it out because I applied it somewhere else. Was it for... No, it wasn't there. There's somewhere where I put just a -1. I don't remember where I did it, but that's what we can do instead of this count ifs nonsense. So let's start with that because that's probably pretty easy. So I think I just need to change this to count A for all of column A. Get rid of all of that. And then do a -1 and put all of that inside of a parentheses. So yeah, that's what we started with. Goodness, just there we go. And this is what we've got looking up here at this formula bar. So it's this versus this, which is a lot better. And it makes more sense and it's easier to read. So I just need to generate a bunch and make sure it's working and that it doesn't return any errors, but I don't think it will. That looks good. Let me adjust my little rock dude. Where is the lowest value where I'm talking? Let's try that. Now we'll see if the keyboard... There we go. Now the keyboard doesn't make me jump up and down anymore. Alright, so it looks like that's working. So we're going to use that instead. That's much better. And I believe we just copy and paste it, right? And then this one is with the bees. So we'll just copy the actual cell and we'll paste those there. And then for this one, we will, I want to work in the formula bar. It's too hard when it's wrapping around like that. So we just take out all of that. We put a -1, an ending parentheses, starting parentheses before count if, and then we're going to change it from count if We're just missing a parentheses, that's all. Okay. And then I'm gonna copy that, paste it there. And generate a bunch. Make sure there's no errors or reference or name or any of those different things. And we're good. Okay. So that was pretty easy. I don't think we used that anywhere else. I could be mistaken. And then I wasn't paying attention to these. I guess I should just to make sure. But they're just populated directly off the other cells. So it shouldn't matter. But those look good too. Okay. So that's good. And then we already integrated all of these into there, which is good. Some of these I'm going to change the weight to 0 because I don't think some of them are the best triggers. So finger flutters are good. I don't think hand rubs are like the best trigger. Name spelling is good. I think that's good for now. I think I also had some others I wanted to add. Let me see here. I had some I was thinking of adding, but they're not really simple. I think I have to think about them, and I have to think about like how to set them up. So we'll leave that for now. So this we pretty much did. That's fine. Consolidate the random values. Let's do that next because some of these are just like really unwieldy. Like I don't like this on the front end. It makes it very confusing and you can't tell what it's referencing off of. So it is kind of hard coming back to this like after a week because you don't 100% remember what you were doing. So I'm gonna copy in that cell into a notepad, which I'm sorry you guys can't see. But all I need to do is take out all of these places where it says backend, and we're just gonna put that on the actual backend sheet, and then we'll reference whichever cell we put this in, and that just seems like a cleaner way to do it. Okay, so that's what we had before, and we're just gonna put it over here. So this is the live chat, and so like there's the live chat name, so here's the chatter, and so we'll just put it in here. Odd. Index, count A, ran between, count ifs, I, chat messages. This is another instance where we can just use, I knew we did it somewhere else, so let's get rid of all of that. Put a -1 on the outside and parenthesize. I don't think parenthesize is a real word. And turn this to count A. That still doesn't really like fix what Is there an extra equal sign in here? Is that all that's wrong? Hold on. Oh, what? I should know that. There we go. Okay, and then we'll just reference this cell P11 over here. So we'll just copy that. We'll put it here and we'll change it to P11. There we go. Alright, and now we just have to do the same thing here. There's like 2 different ways to do this, and both of them are a pain. I'm sorry, I'm going to use the notepad again, and then we're just going to get rid of... Oh, that's how it happened. I think whenever I backspaced out one of the back ends, like page, or try to use the official terms, sheet, whenever I backspaced one of them, I hit equals instead. That's how we ended up with the extra equals sign. Okay. So I removed the backspaces. I'm going to put it here. And we also have to fix this ugly thing. So we're going to change this. -1. Count A. And a parentheses. I might have messed up the number of parentheses. Nope, we're good. Cool. And then we fix this on the front end. We're just going to take this, copy, paste it, and we're going to go to whatever's after. And I think we have to go 2 after. I think we're doing P. Yep, there we go. Alright, now all of these are super simple. It's just very short references. And so that if anything goes wrong with these, we can actually see what they're referencing whenever we're, you know, changing them. Because we've had a lot where we're like changing something over here, and we have to go back to the like back and forth, back and forth. Now we'll just take care of everything here, and then this will just be just results essentially. I don't think we did anything else like that, so we're good. Let's see here. We can take that off. Whoops. There we go. Alright. I kind of want Excel 365 for the actual dark mode, but I don't want to spend the money on it. Let's see here. Format the front end. Maybe we can do that in a little bit. First, let's do some actual triggers. Let's see what we get. And we did. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. And I still have, I think I have all my triggers. Oh, I bought scissors. And like, I had pairs, but they were like really old, and I've used them for a bunch of stuff, so they don't sound good. And these, you can adjust the tension on them, so I guess you can get them to sound a little crisper. You just kind of move the blades closer together so that you get a good noise. Yeah, I like the way they sound. I know other people do like hair cutting. I don't think they're actually cutting anything though. I mean, I do have hair I could cut, but that's my hair, and I'm not gonna give myself a haircut. I don't know if they buy like fake hair or something, or if they're just kind of cutting the hair. I think most of them are probably cutting the hair. I should probably add that to the triggers list. Makes sense. Scissors. I knew there was something I wanted to add that +1. I can't even remember what I've done. Anyhow, is this not? Okay. I think I could just. Why is it like in black font? Oh, it's because of this style stuff. Okay. And then we'll just give it a weight of 10, like everything else. Alright. So yeah. We got finger flutters for productive house. Oh goodness, I'm sorry. Someone's walking upstairs. Sorry, there's not usually anybody doing anything up there. Hopefully the noise suppression is catching most of that. And that was finger flutters for productive house. And quirky countertop is lurking. Oh, we got the same. Did we do it wrong? Are these always the same names? Oh, no, it's just a coincidence. That's pretty rare. Because it's like 169, 1 out of 169, and they both got the same thing, so that's like 1 out of. Let's see here. To get the same name is 1 out of 28,500 odds. 28,561. That's. Yeah. I feel like we shouldn't see that often, and the more names and like nouns and adjectives we add, it'll get rarer and rarer. I think that's the first time we've seen it. I think I saw it one time in like testing, but that's back whenever there was only like 4 names or something. Alright. Negative HR meeting for Worried Yak. And Hot Yak is clocked out. Negative HR meeting. Okay, let's see here. What do we think Worried Yak did to provoke this negative HR meeting? I need to get better at improvising, especially just because I don't want everything to sound the same. Let's see here. Yes, hello, Worried Yak. Yes, please come into the office here. We just wanted to have a chat with you. It's occurred to us that you've been coming into work pretty late every morning. Actually like 7 hours late into your 8-hour shift, and I just, that's not sustainable. You're slacking. Other people are having to pick up the work, and that's just, we can't accommodate that any longer. This isn't the first time we've had to talk to you about it. Like, we talked to you about it last week when you were coming in 4 hours late, and it keeps getting worse and worse. So I'm afraid we're gonna have to let you go. You're being promoted to customer, as they say. So if you could hand over your badge, desk. Actually, don't worry about your desk. We'll take care of it. We'll gather all your stuff and toss it in the incinerator. So, you know, you can leave now. That was pretty bad. I feel like maybe there was some other stuff going on if they incinerated all of his stuff. Like, it can't have just been being late. He might have had it coming. Although I don't know. I've dealt with some pretty bad HR departments in over the years. So like maybe he's innocent. I don't know. I won't pass judgment, but hopefully he finds something else. Ooh, the Infinity Cube. The Infinity Cube for Lazy Heater. When is the next stream? The next stream is going to be tomorrow night, hopefully, and hopefully we will have our new loading screen ready. Here is the Infinity Cube. Sorry, it seems a bit loud. I'm going to try and do it a little further from the microphone. No, the Infinity Cube is just, it's just metal. Let me see. I tried to set up a thing where I can show photos. So let me see if I can find one. Here's a good, well, here's probably a better picture. Let me save this picture, save it, and then, how do I do this? I'll open up this. If I show, okay, and then let me just get the image in there. Look at that, I'm a professional streamer. So this is the Infinity Cube, and it just, like, you open it, and then it kind of keeps opening. This is not the one I have. This one looks like it's made out of plastic. Mine is, like, solid metal, and it's kind of heavy. It's, I don't know, it's kind of hard to, I don't know how much it weighs, but it's not light. It's, like, pretty hefty, because I've played with the plastic ones before, and they're fun. Like, and they occupy your fidgeting, but they're not as satisfying, I would say. Because, like, the Infinity Cube, you can kind of, like, tilt, like, a little side of it over and it'll fall. And it, like, makes a nice click noise. So that's the Infinity Cube. But yeah, if you're a person that likes fidget toys, I recommend it. I don't know where I got this, to be honest. Otherwise, I'd share some sort of link. But if you do get one, I definitely recommend an all-metal one. They're so much better than the plastic ones. They might cost a little more, but it's less than $20 for sure. I think it's like $15 or something, maybe 10. I couldn't tell you. I don't know why I can't remember where I got this thing. I don't think it was a gift. It might have been a gift. I'm not sure. Anyhow, that was the Infinity Cube for Lazy Heater. I'm sorry I rearranged all my windows. I gotta get back where I was. Alright, let's do another trigger and then maybe we'll work on the Excel sheet. Or maybe we'll do some more, I don't know. We just did a negative. explanations. It was a pretty harsh review too. That dude got his stuff incinerated. Brave Poster is giving 79% effort today. That's pretty good. Let's keep it up. Oh, Brave Shirt, what are you doing? 31%. Oh, there is something I forgot to do. I've been trying to upload the VODs onto YouTube, but I'm scared about the kisses and the ear licks and like getting banned or something, so I need to like start a stopwatch on my phone and then like hit the lap button every time that I am like doing one of those triggers so that it's like easier to edit out. So I forgot to do that. I'm probably gonna forget every single time, but at least if I do it now, it'll make finding the subsequent ones easier. Let me move my pop filter out of the way, and this is going to be kisses for commanding heater. That was, oh, sorry. There's so much stuff on my desk, it's kind of ridiculous. That was kisses for commanding heater. Trigger word, Pantheon for hot yak. 2% effort, lazy heater. Oh my god. That's, I mean, it's not 0, but I mean, I feel like with 2%, I mean, you might as well just go home. That's ridiculous. Pantheon for hot yak. Pantheon. 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 That was Pantheon for hot yak. I'm glad we got the thing inside of the thing. I really like that. I also really like this. I know I keep saying it, but this pop filter is incredible. I can just do all the P noises without worrying about blowing out the stupid microphone. I think we can do another trigger. What do we got? Ooh, Mike Scritchies. I kind of wanted to do Mike Scritchies. Isn't Lazy Yak who was just giving 2% effort? Or was that someone else? I can't remember. It's like, it's hard to remember because they can always have like one, like I know it was a yak who was being lazy with the 2%, but I don't remember if it was Lazy Yak or someone else. I can always check the VOD later, but alright. Mike Scritchies, Mike Scritchies. What's that? A little lower, okay. Is that good? Is that the right spot? Mike Scritchies for hot yak. I feel like I need to just absolutely add just like a ridiculous amount of names, because even though it's like 169 different names, it just doesn't feel like it's as many, and it feels like we get repeats just because so many, like even if there's just one of the two words repeated, it just feels like it's the same name. Let's see here. We need more adjectives and more nouns. Any viewers, feel free to say something in chat, and we can add it. Let's see here. Adjectives. We could go for wet. Wet is an adjective. A noun we can do. I don't know. I thought of it, so dumpster. Dumpster is a noun. I'm not picky. We'll put in anything, because I feel like I don't feel like there's anything I haven't seen as a Twitch username, to be honest. Bread. Bread is a noun. Bread. Another adjective. Smooth. We don't have smooth yet. That's like a good adjective. And then maybe we'll do one more each. I know wiry is a adjective. Is that how they spell it? What's the spell? Check. Is it F7? Is that how you spell wiry? Maybe wiry's not a good one, because that's like a kind of like a build of a person. I don't know. It's not a bad one, but it's not a great one. Let's go for something else. Bursting. I don't know. That's not even an adjective. That's like that's a verb. But it still makes sense with the rest of them, so we'll leave it. I don't know, it didn't have to be an adjective, but is it an adjective or is it a verb? I guess it can kind of be both. I'm not good at the English language, so we're gonna leave it for now. And then a noun. Candy bar. I'm definitely not hungry right now. That's not why I picked that. It was for unrelated reasons. And let's just make sure they still show up. I'm looking for any of those new words. There's bursting. That was totally worth it to figure this all out so that I can just add stuff without messing around. Where's the good redeem? Equals good and index. That array. The row number is a random number between 2 and the count of the whole column. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. I keep putting off formatting this front end because I'm scared of doing it. What would we do? We would pick like a different font, I guess. What's like a fancy font? I hate how many fonts there are. I get like decision paralysis. I feel like something in like a oh, there we go. Oh yeah, look at that. MS reference specialty. Oh yeah. Let's see. I want like a nice cursive, but I don't want it to be illegible. Like, what is that? You can't read that. this is something I should do off stream so it doesn't take 7 years. I hate how slanted all the cursives are. It's just like you can't even read it. Like, what happens? Here's what I want to know. What happens when you italicize one of these? Did it even do anything? Do I have to like highlight it? I don't even think it does anything. Maybe only certain fonts can be italicized. I mean, if you could, that would be like horrible. It would slant all the way to just single dimension. It would just be a line, just a horizontal line with no height left. This one doesn't actually look too bad. It's like kind of fancy. What is this one called? French script. Maybe we'll come back to that one. This just looks weird. I don't know what that's about. Gaudy stout. That one's kind of nice, but I don't know. Do you have a favorite font, Goose? This looks like it's like written on a chalkboard. This is literally called Joker, man. Are you kidding me? That is completely illegible. My God. Why would anybody use half of these? Ooh. Maybe. Ooh, okay. This one's like okay. Wow. That one looks like a little too cartoony. I guess I don't even know what we're going for. I want something that looks like, I guess, cozy. Like it's not too much, but it's still like something. Like there was some effort put into it. I mean, this one has effort put into it, but I mean, God knows, man. Old English text. That could be kind of fun, maybe. I should start putting some of the ones that I kind of like over on the side. What was the other one? This. Oh, wait, I'm on the wrong cell. Let's go back to this one. We wanted the L. Lucida? Lucida? I don't know. This one. And then it was French something. Then we can like scale it up a little bit. That one doesn't actually look as good as I thought. Like, just like, what is that D, dude? That's like just an upside down, or it's like a backwards 6 almost. That's like way too curvy, man. Can't be doing that. This one looks nice. This is like a little too sharp. It doesn't give cozy vibes. What was that other one? Joker, man. Like, that's a good silly font, I guess, but that's not what we're looking for. What is this last one called? Where did we leave off? Old English text. But that's not the one I want to change. I want to change this one. LMNO. Oh my god. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but it's like a motorcycle. That's from the interstate, which is like not close to me. Rage italic. Also, I need to experiment over here where the box is not like blocking everything. Rage italic. I think maybe cursive is the wrong way to go. We just need something. Excuse me. Probably something like with like, I don't know. That just looks like a kid wrote it. Redeems, all caps. I guess like this font literally does not have a lowercase. It's all uppercase. This might be a fruitless endeavor. I don't know, man. Too many of these look too similar. What in the symbol? I'm not trying to encode my redeems, man. I'm not trying to write a whole cipher for them. Web dings. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'll be here forever. I know you can also like download fonts. Maybe it'd be easier to. I don't like the ones where it's like all capital. That just feels wrong. And a lot of these, it's just, like, look at all these. It's just, I mean, I guess these all share the same name, but it's the same thing, just like stretched out or something. This looks like the font that would be on like a tennis shoe or something. Why does it just look like so crooked? Like some of these, it's like I like the style, but like the actual execution is not good. Why is this one just like huge for some reason? That doesn't even make sense. I'm getting to the point where they just all look the same. I think we might just go with this one. What is this one again? The Lucida calligraphy. Something fun that if you use Excel that I don't know if you know about it, but there's a format painter which will copy like the font and the size and just like everything except for the contents of it, and you can paint it onto other things, which is pretty cool. That looks alright, I think. That's not a terrible font. I gotta sneeze. Goodness, I almost didn't find the microphone button in time. Like my new setup, the microphone is like rotated slightly, so it's not in the front. Oh, I count as a viewer. That's weird. I was wondering why I had 2 viewers. Apparently, if I'm monitoring my own chat in the browser, it counts as a viewer. Alright, well, I wonder. I mean, I'm not dropping any frames, right? So, okay. I'm worried that, like, if I view the stream at the same time, that it'll kill my internet. Let's delete all of those. What is going on? It's just like covering up the lines. I didn't think about this. Maybe I should combine these the same way that this is combined. That would be a good idea. So, how is this other one working? It's just taking the cells and doing the and. So, let's do that. And let's just do it the same way that Twitch does it, right? They do an and then a semicolon space, and backend P11. There we go. Now we don't need this. Let's just do the same thing down here. F2 will do. These aren't like actual. What populates here? It's usually. Those are complete sentences. So I don't think we need like the semicolon. So we'll do just and backend P12. We need a space in there. So another and quotations space. There we go. Worried poster, 91% effort today, and wet poster is a stretch. Speedyac says, how are you doing today? I am doing pretty good, I guess. It's a little busy today, but nothing too bad. I say that, now I can't even think of what I did today. Oh, I made a cake. And I have cake waiting for me after stream, which is gonna be great. I usually just go to the store and get white cake with white icing. And it's like super basic, but it tastes really, really good. And it's way cheaper than buying one. Like, you buy a cake, it's like $10, but you can make one for like $2. How was your day, Goose? If you're still there, if you're not lurking, and if you don't mind sharing. Another stretch. Well, I'm not doing that. Hot cube, only 17% effort. That's okay, I guess. It's the weekend. It's not as bad as the 2%. I feel like if somebody comes through with the 1% effort today, I'm gonna be kind of pissed. Tapping for bursting house. That house is completely full. I usually do the tapping on the mat, but I wonder what it's like on the microphone. I'm gonna try and not blow anybody's ears out. That doesn't sound great. Let me try. Whoops. Let me mute for a second. That's better, but I don't really like how that sounds either. Let's just do it on the map. I was tapping for bursting house. Oh man. I should have made some of these names a little shorter. Let's see here. Name spelling for productive banana. I also should have taken into account my dyslexia before offering this trigger. It's like I'm even looking straight at it and I know I'm still gonna mess it up. P R O D U C T I V E B A-N-A-N-A-S. I'm sorry, I can't help myself. That was name spelling for productive bananas. I changed his name. It ends with an S now. That's just the way it is. Sorry. Oh my god. Oh my god. We got Spell It Out. We did it. The secret redeem. I feel like we got that pretty fast. So that's the one that's weighted at only a 1. So I don't want to click back to the other tab because it'll change the result, but I think it's 1 out of 217 right now. So we got Spell It Out, which is ASMR song cover of the Lazy Island song, Spell It Out. Usually I sing along to the song, so it might be hard without the music playing in the background, but I'm gonna do my best. Let's see if we can do this. They call me DUDETHCHWITHPIGSFORMONEY BUTONLYASASIDETHINGRIGHT, comma, I apostrophe M JUSTHARTONCHAVERNEYIT apostrophe double LHAVETODOMYNAMEIS, Lenny. Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum. That was Spell It Out for Lazy Dumpster. Why do I know that song by heart? I couldn't tell you, and how I managed it while being dyslexic, I also cannot tell you. I'm pretty sure I did it right all the way through, though. I might clip that later. Alright, Spell It Out. Let's see. Yeah, that was a 1 out of 217, right? This goes between the count, index, yeah, whatever this last value is. So yeah, 1 out of 217 chance for that. Nice. Oh, clicking back and does not change it. It's just if we change an actual cell. Productive Banana really likes that trigger. Thank you. Thank you. We just did tapping. I would do it again, but I'm sorry, Red Bread, you're not a real person. You're an Excel sheet generation. Ooh, head pats. I like head pats. Productive race car is lurking. Whoops. And productive poster is on his way out. Have a good day. Have a good day, poster. This is head pats for red poster. Was head pads for red poster. Let's see here. Give me just a moment. Oh, there we go. This is what I should have been doing the whole time. Let me put this right down. Sorry, that's not anything you guys are gonna see. More infinity cube for red dumpster. And I say I was gonna put it there, but let me. I can't see my mic levels. There we go. Infinity cube for red dumpster. And wet envelope has clocked out. They are lurking. Have a good lurk. Have a good lurk. Oh, typing. We haven't gotten to do typing yet today. 5%. Oh my god. We have hired a bunch of friggin' slackers. A bunch of slackers. Get your stuff together. Get it together. Pack it all up and get it together. Typing for Speedy's shirt. for Speedy shirt. Oh, we like skipped a redeem there. I didn't even see what it was. Bursting poster, 28% effort today. Already did stretching. I mean, I guess I could, you know what, instead of stretching, I'm gonna hydrate. I need to increase the weight on those. I feel like, where are those? They're like right next to each other, I think. Let's increase that to like 30 each. Because I never feel stretched or hydrated enough. We just did typing. We're not doing typing again. I'm sorry, Greasy Cube. I know you like the typing, but we just did it, and of course now we gotta hydrate. Bursting Voidling is clocked out. I guess also the other thing is like every time we increase the weight of these, it makes like the lower value ones like a lot rarer. I feel like Spell It Out is like pretty special though. I'm gonna leave it at 1. And the cat gif, we're gonna leave that. Another hydrate? Did I do it wrong? No. It's just a coincidence. Another 2%. I should have known not to hire the guy called Lazy Heater. Jesus Christ. Ugh, I can't even look at you. I also messed up the thing. Whoops. Also, at some point I use the numbers, and hold on, does using these numbers change my outfit? I don't remember using the numbers tab, the number pad, but I must have used it for something. Lost my tie for a bit there. I have no clue how long I didn't have a tie on, but see, there we go. Worried poster. 91%. That's what I'm talking about. You get not a raise, but maybe if it's in the budget, if I can find the money in the budget, you can have like a pizza party or something. Sniff test for Speedy Voidling. I'm not very good at the sniff test. It feels like I'm gonna not hyperventilate, but like I don't know how some of the other people do it so fast. Speedy Voidling, you smell like salmon for some reason. I guess you had salmon for lunch or something, and you didn't brush your teeth after, which I'll give you a pass, I guess, but I hope you didn't use the regular microwave to heat that up and leave the break room smelling, you know, like fish. There's no rule against it, but, you know, it's just kind of like common courtesy. What? 0. Okay. The redeem is 0. How is it pulling 0? It's supposed to pick a trigger. Oh, it actually pulled the top number. Which does not correspond to anything. Well, how do I fix that? Is this supposed to be 0? Man, it'll be unfortunate if this like breaks everything, but I don't think it will. Now what happens? So we're indexing. This is the array, and for the row number, it's matching a lookup value to the lookup array. So actually, that changing stuff didn't really have an effect, I don't think. What happens if we generate a 2? Let's grab from N18 for a while so we can do some testing. So if we get a 1, it does trigger word, which is good. 257 gives the 0 error, which is not good. But 240, like 256, does give us. So it's just that 1. I think we have to use a different type of match type. Oh, sorry, there's my chair. Let's see here. Excel match type. Let's see what we got. Match type. The largest value, the smaller value, the smallest value that is greater than or equal to. So we're using the largest value that is less than or equal to. It's not the right way to... Well, no, because it always has to go lower. Like, we could just leave it. It doesn't happen very often, but I am a bit of a perfectionist. I just feel like if we replace it... I mean, I guess we can just test it real quick, right? Let's do a -1. The problem with that now... Oh, that doesn't even work at all. That's worse than I thought. I thought it was just going to introduce the same bug, but on the opposite end of the table. Oh, I think we need to, like, reverse sort that. I think we're just gonna have to leave it for now. I mean, the foolproof thing is just to, like, list. If it has a weight of 10, list it 10 times, and then put a 0. But we definitely do not want to do that. It's going to make it much harder to add stuff. There's probably a fix for this. I just don't know what it is. So maybe I'll look into that a little off stream because I don't see an immediate. Maybe that's all I need to do, actually. No, then that introduces the same problem. This is the sum of all of these. Why is it +1 though? We might need to reevaluate how we do this whole section. What about that other thing that I was trying? We said it didn't fix anything, but like we said it didn't fix anything, but I don't know if I like trust myself. Yeah, that didn't fix anything. That is cleaner though. I don't know why it's the +1 in the first place. And that still works. Match. Column number. I feel like it was probably like that for a reason. I don't want to change it without knowing the exact consequences. So I think we're going to leave everything as it is, and we're going to look into that later. Off stream. Whoops. Okay. Did we fix in 17? Yep. Match type 1. That's that. We're good. I mean, the more stuff we add and the more we weight stuff. The other thing we could do is we could just add like 2 zeros onto all of this, and then it would be, you know, a 1 out of 25,000 chance instead of a 1 out of, like, we could just reduce the probability of it by a bunch without affecting the weights, but that still doesn't fix it. That's just like a band-aid. I don't know. It's fine. I guess finger tracing. That's right. This is the tapping. This is the finger tracing. And these are the finger flutters. I don't actually know which of all these triggers people will like, but I mean, I don't mind doing most of them, so. And I think they sound alright. To be honest, most of the time whenever I tune into an ASMR stream, I just want somebody to be talking for the most part, is usually what I'm there for. I don't redeem very many things. I just like to, I don't know, I guess I just like the company. Oh, finger tracing. So that's just tracing my fingers on the map. I might need to increase the gain a little bit. Maybe we can find something else to trace my finger along. Well, not in a great place to pick up. Like, I know my noise suppression is probably cutting off most of that. I think the mic is just not at a good angle to pick that up. I could. Let me try something. Let's see if this picks up better. I need to check what the filter threshold is. I know I set it to something different. Anything under 50. I think we're over 50, so hopefully it's not cutting it out. I like the one that's on the desk, the way that it sounds better than this one that I'm holding in the air. But the one in the air is much closer to the microphone, and it's probably not getting cut off as much. Oops. Hot humidifier is giving 33% effort. Wet candy bar. Ugh. I don't know about that. I mean, I guess that's the fun thing about the randomizer, is we get a bunch of good names, but like, wet candy bar. We could get wet bread. That would be terrible. That would be just awful. At least it's the word wet and not like the word soggy, I guess. Like a wet candy bar is definitely not good, but a soggy candy bar would. I feel like that's inevitably worse. I feel like we just did tapping a little while ago. Wet countertop, the GOAT, giving 91% effort today. Thank you. We literally just did finger tracing. I feel like I have like 700 triggers on the list, and like the same ones keep popping off. Fantastical envelope, doing pretty good, 87. Negative affirmations and speedy dumpster, 45% effort. That's below average, but I mean, I don't know, I've had more than 1-2 today, so 45, I'll take it. Negative affirmations for productive house. Productive house, you're genuinely awful. I don't know why you come to the stream when you know I don't like you, and nobody in chat likes you, and it's just, enough is enough. Enough is enough. Just stay home. Don't bother tuning in anymore if you can help it, because everybody around here would appreciate it. And then we'd actually have like fun. Like every time you're here, we have to do like a fake like stream, because we don't want you to enjoy yourself, and so we try to make it like as bad for you as possible. And whenever you're not here, we actually get to have the fun streams. So if you could just like not tune in again, we would appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. I feel like I need to adjust my VTuber model again, because not everything is getting picked up. Because like sometimes it's just not loud enough. Just not loud enough. How about like that? next redeem is kisses. Kisses for smooth foiling. That was kisses for smooth foiling. Let's see here. Trigger word moonlight for bursting countertop. Moonlight, 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 moonlight. That was moonlight for bursting countertop. We've been going for, I know it says an hour and 42, but like we started like 10 minutes early, so it's about an hour and a half. I think maybe I'll do 1 or 2 more triggers, and then we'll end for the night. Stretch doesn't really count. Worried dumpster, 11% effort. Pretty terrible, but better than 2, so we'll take it. Ooh, good kitty for lazy voidling. So, I don't think I did this the first time that a good redeem came up, like good boy or good girl or anything, but there are some terms and conditions that I have to read out before doing the redeem. I got in trouble last time for not reading them, so we're gonna pull these up. We'll get them out of the way real quick. Here they are. The calling and or defining of any boy, girl, or other entity as good or bad by Generic Corporation LLC Inc. or any of its employees, subsidiaries, or affiliates does not necessarily reflect the views of Generico. Furthermore, Generico accepts no responsibility, legal or otherwise, for any actions taken under the assumption that any such statements are true. By continuing to watch the stream, you automatically agree to these terms and conditions. So, now that we've got that out of the way, good kitty, lazy voidling. You're such a good kitty. Good kitty. You're such a good kitty. Such a good kitty. Such a good, amazing kitty. You're such a good kitty, and everybody's face lights up when you stroll into the room. Such a good kitty. That was good kitty for lazy voidling. Terms and conditions apply. I think that's a good one to end on. I don't know. I'll do one more depending on what it is. Let's see. Another stretch. I don't want to do an HR meeting. We've done finger tracing. We just did guess. I think we're just gonna call it there. How many redeems are there? There's like, what is this? 26, but like 1, 2, 3 of them. So, I mean, I guess we got like 20 triggers. It's not a small amount. It still feels like a bunch of the same ones come up. And then like we didn't get any Rubik's Cube today. We didn't get any Rubik's Cube today, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. I feel like there's some other subscribers that we didn't get, but that's alright. Anyhow, thank you for tuning in or watching the VOD. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, or your night, or your afternoon, or whichever section of time you happen to be occupying at the current moment. Probably gonna take a short break and then stream some Balatro. We got the first 2 challenges done yesterday, and I don't think I actually lost on either of them, so maybe I can go through all of them without losing, but I kind of doubt it. Some of the last ones are like really hard. I forget what like the third to last one is, but it's like absolutely brutal. Anyhow, I don't want to ramble too much about that. That is the end of the stream. We didn't do a bunch on the Excel sheet today. It's just a bunch of the things I want to do I have to look into off stream. I keep forgetting to do that, and I probably won't by tomorrow, but hopefully I will have a loading screen tomorrow. I should be able to finish that. I got a fair amount done on it today, and I have everything ready for it. It doesn't seem like it should take that much work, but it's a little more involved. You guys will see. You'll see whenever I roll it out. So, have a good rest of your day.